We are finally back. It's been a couple of days. I've missed a couple of episodes, but now we are finally back, and I'm here to review some of the days that I've missed. I'm not going to review Friday because I didn't take a look at the charts at all. I am going to review Monday, or at least one trade that I saw there, and then I'm going to review the trade that I took today in the car on the way back home. And yeah, let's get into it. Finally, we're back at the charts. I'm so looking forward to trading this week. You have no idea. Missed it actually, but I've unfortunately taken a loss today. But it was a calculated one. I was pretty happy with the setup. Just the market was a little bit asleep today, but you know, it happens sometimes. Actually, I did see a trade. Now that I'm looking at the charts, I did see a trade on Friday here, which was off of these first presented for value gaps here. You could have probably taken a trade here right off of it. But me personally, I probably would have waited for price to take this, react off of this, and then probably enter off of this inversion here and taking it down to the volume balance because it was flowing, you know, there was no need to let it stop. Maybe I would have taken it off around here and just taken the profits, but well, that's probably the only two options. Either let it run until here or just take it off here. And then I had another idea lined up for a little bit later, but it was almost lunch hour then. Couldn't be on the charts there because I was driving actually, but I saw this afterwards when I already was at my destination. This was again another fair value gap turned inversion, and then once we reacted off of it, I would have taken a return into one of these fair value gaps here, or maybe to this one here, and yeah, written it down until the volume balance. But two good trades on this day. Would have been nice to have been trading there, but Monday was again another very interesting day with a very nice move to the upside here right after we tapped into this volume balance once more. Took some liquidity here, so I would have probably entered off of this fair value up here. This of course being the first presented, so maybe I would have just instantly taken this inversion here if I was feeling a little bit more risky that day. But at least, or you know, at the latest, I would have entered right here. Very nice move again. Would have had my final TP up here, first TP here. Easy trade really, but wasn't there again. Couldn't trade it. Was busy. But then we have today. And today was a bit more tricky. We had medium impact news that didn't do anything really. If you can look, 8:30 was here. This candle was, you know, there was nothing. There's no real volume today, sadly, in the morning session, but I did take a trade nonetheless because it looked promising. And I mean, if you look until here, there was some nice candles here. It was a bit of volume, a bit of strength. And then it just kind of died down and we were just floating around. But yeah, I of course as always marked out the first presented fair value up, and I was looking long until these equal highs and maybe even until these London highs and Asia highs that eventually got taken, as you can see here. Very nice that my analysis was actually right. So this was actually my first idea once it hit this first presented. I was not very convinced after this candle that it's going to hold, so I didn't enter right off of it and waited until this was inverted and then entered off of it around this candle, I believe. So this would be a bit more clean. I entered here, and then once we moved down and then back up again, I decided to move my stop loss down here instead of down here, which was originally my stop loss. I moved it to up down here because I didn't really want to see price go down here one more time. It was more of a logical decision to me instead of me following my rules. Yeah, price decided to slap me for it, really. I mean, if I had my stop loss down here and not up here, I probably would not have been stopped out. This was pretty close, but might have been okay. And then, of course, would have hit full take profit later on. But this just felt logical to me because after this volume and the fair value gap, there's no reason really for price to come all the way back down here and then go higher. So I decided to put my stop loss down here. Maybe it was a mistake, but it felt like the right decision to me at that point. And yeah, in hindsight, it looks like the first presented was just superior today. It held throughout this whole day. You know, price came back to it a few times, but it always held. And this initial idea that I had would have just netted me a very nice trade, like 4R. That's juicy. And I mean, if if you wanted to hold it through the whole day, you could have even gotten like what 7R. But yeah, I'm not holding that long, even though it looks amazing, of course. But not holding that long under any circumstances, really. But yeah, a little bit of a slow start, but I gotta say I enjoyed being back at the markets, even though I was in the car at that point. But I'm very looking forward to these next few days. I'm gonna keep uploading now, just as usual. And let's get going and get the second payouts. Let me know how you guys' days went. Let me know how your last week went while I was away, how your weekend was, and if everything was fine. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.